for a very long time. He's a five-time Grammy nominee and a judge on The Masked Singer. Take a look.
Last week, the clue packages, there were things about triple threats, so I was thinking people that excel at comedy, at acting, and also music. You know who is very successful in all three worlds and has collaborated with us is Yvette Nicole Brown.
Oh, my God, Kennedy.
Right.
Yes.
So, so I think, and she can really sing, and I think that a lot of people don't know how great of a singer she is.
She signed to Motown. Michael Bivins signed her to Motown.
Many years ago.
Family.
Yeah.
Great guess.
I love
Great
that
guess.
guess.
Great guess. Yes. Well,
Please welcome Robin Thicke. Get close. Get close. It's very exciting. All is not for you, right?
I love it.
Wow.
Great crowd.
Robin, you remember when we first met?
Well, actually, great story. I was at the Met Ball, and I heard you sing in person and live, and you blew me away, as you do all of us.
Thank you.
And yes, please. And this is very rare for me. This has really only happened a couple times. When I saw you sing, I said, I want to write a song for her. I want her to sing one of my songs.
Wow.
And so you were making your debut album, and I wrote a song for you, and you heard it, and you liked it, and the rest was history. Yeah. And, to her credit, I spent most of my first 10 years writing and producing for other people, but once I started making my own albums, I really didn't write for anybody else except like Usher, Mary J, and you, and Lil Wayne. That was it.
And Lil Wayne. And that song was Giving Myself, by the way, which is like a big wedding song that I hear people have at their weddings a lot. So.
Well, I actually write, I have a tendency to write wedding songs. I'm a big lover, big romantic, so I love a good wedding song.
Wow. Well, you did that one, honey, because that's a favorite. And then we went on tour together. You remember when we went on tour together?
I do remember going on tour with you. That was amazing. That was pretty special.
That was my first tour. So it was fun to go out.
And your last.
My first and my last.
I actually just heard that you haven't toured again since, so I figured, did I ruin it? Was it all
No, because I was pregnant on that tour
You were.
with my son, and I was like, now hold the line. I'm having a baby and I'm touring, so it was a lot going on,
Yeah.
But what's funny is he still, I don't know how he remembers those songs. That creeped me out. It's like, I'm like, how do you know those songs when you were in my stomach when I sang them? That's the memory of it. I don't know. But how old were you when you started singing?
Oh, I remember being about 7 years old. My mom, Gloria Loring, was a singer. My dad was a songwriter and a singer. Yeah. My mom was, she had a #1 song back in the 80s called Friends in Love. So I'll be your friend. So it was her and Carla. And so my mom really inspired me when I was like 7 years old, and I'd watch her perform. She inspired me to want to be a performer and a singer like that.
Oh, I'm curious to know then, how old were you when you wrote your first song?
Oh, I think I was 11. I just started teaching myself to play the piano, and I wrote a song called She's Dangerous, which I could probably still use today.
And you wrote a song for Michael Jackson?
I did, yeah, when I was about 20 years old. A great story, actually. Everybody remember when Ricky Martin was on the Grammys, right? And he blew up, and he did Cup of Life. And so the next day I get a call from Tommy Mottola. The producer I was working with got a call, and they were looking for songs for Madonna and Ricky Martin to do a duet. So we finished this song. We thought we had this song would be great for them. We sent it into Tommy Mottola. He heard it and says, hold on, I want to play this for Michael. Yeah. So he played it for Michael Jackson, and then about a week later, I was in New York in the studio next to Michael while he was recording it. I wasn't allowed in the session because I was still, up and coming, but yeah, I got to be next door to Michael while he sang.
That's close enough. That is amazing. And you've sang songs in Spanish, like. Tell me about that.
Recently, I'm so inspired by salsa and Latin jazz that Andre Harrell, my mentor, who left us a couple years ago, passed away. Shout out to Andre, we miss you. He had told me, you should do like a salsa album, just to show people your different styles and your influences. But I really can't compete with Bad Bunny right now, so I'm not trying to put out my Spanish music. Sometimes you make things for yourself as an artist, and they're better just to play around the house.
I'm tried it, and that's a difficult thing to do. But
Well, you sang with Bocelli.
I did recently,
You
but
had
it
to
was
learn
my dream
Italian.
during the pandemic. I would just sit and watch him on YouTube, and I'm like, I want to sing with him. So I learned
That must have been
Ness and Dorma so that I could sing it with him, which took me 2 months. So
Wow.
it took me about 3 weeks to learn one line, but I was determined to do it, and I was able to sing with him. Yeah, as
Pretty
well.
special. That's pretty
Thank you,
special.
thank you. Talk to me about the Masked Singer. I hear that everyone thinks the harp is me.
Well, every season, anytime a world-class vocal, happens, everybody starts thinking it's you.
Really?
I know that voice like the back of my hand. I'm like, that ain't her. I know that ain't her. Trust me, she didn't hit that note. She didn't do that. But yeah, I guess anytime we hear these world-class type vocals, there's only a handful of names that come up, and of course, yours is one of them.
Thank you for that. Okay, and then thank you. And you've also had the oldest contestant on the show.
Yes, I guess William Shatner was just on the show last week, and he was revealed. And at 91, I guess
91.
he's our oldest. Yeah, look at the guy.
Didn't he go out of space too or
I
something?
think, yeah, he went to space, and then he did The Masked Singer. I'm sure The Masked Singer was much more exciting, but this is what you get on The Masked Singer. I mean, come on, where else are you going to find that? But he actually was good friends with my dad for like 40 years, and he would come over for certain family gatherings. So getting to see him just reminds me of my pops and,
Wow.
all their old friendships, yeah.
I can imagine. Wow. More of Robert Thicke. We'll be right back.